When I first started questioning Abel's parenting, one of my first major red flags was after we first found out about baby's mother living with a sex offender. And before there was an official court order to keep baby from her. I was home with baby, and she had messaged me saying that she was on the way to pick baby up and there was nothing I would be able to do to prevent it. I went to Abel's job to bring him baby so she wouldn't be able to take her, and he wasn't there. I tried calling him multiple times, and he didn't answer for a long time. He finally did, and I found out he was drunk at a bar with his friends instead of working like he said he would be. How did that affect his parenting? Well, he knew about what was going on with Emily, and instead of taking it seriously, he told me I was doing too much and it's not a big deal. It was a big deal. If Emily would have come to get baby without him being there, she would have been able to take her to an Abu Dhabi. So he regularly showed a lack of care for baby's safety and well-being. I'm sure he cared in his own way, but not enough to actively care for her. He cared enough to have someone else do the caring for him. Do you think that baby should be returned to her father after he completes parenting courses and anything else required by the courts? If he were to complete the courses and whatever else, and actually show that there was major improvements, and baby was checked in on regularly to ensure she is safe, then possibly. I don't want her to not have either parent, but she needs to be safe. Do you believe he has the potential to make such major changes? Anyone would have the ability to make changes if they put their minds to it, but I have my doubts that he will be willing to put in that much work. Thank you so much for your time. I have nothing further to ask. I do. Hi, Mrs. Blank. My name is Attorney Blank, and I am representing your husband. I have a few questions for you if you don't mind. Of course. Thank you. Now I understand that you and your husband are currently separated. Is that correct? Yes, we are. And I am correct in saying that this is not the first time you and Mr. Blank have separated for a period of time. Is that right? I don't see what my relationship has to do with baby's safety while in Abel's care. Well, I just wonder if your report of Abel's parenting will change once you two end up back together. That isn't going to happen. We are getting a divorce. I have already filed paperwork, and I am doing what I need to do to get this resolved. My opinion of Abel's parenting isn't going to change. I hear you, I do. I just find it hard to believe when you two seem to have a habit of breaking up and getting back together, though it makes sense seeing how young you two are. Young relationships can definitely be very unstable at times. Our relationship is over. I have moved into a new place, and I am doing everything I can to get this divorce finalized. I can assure you that I am providing baby with a stable and safe home. From what I have heard from my client, you were not happy that my client had found a new caregiver for baby. In fact, a few people we have spoken to said they wouldn't be surprised if you scared the sitter offhand. Created this entire situation to take baby from my client. That's ridiculous. I would never do anything to put baby in danger, and being alone wandering a neighborhood at night is definitely dangerous, if there was ever a sitter at the house. Why did none of the neighbors see her, and why did the baby monitor not show her? I am the one asking questions here, and I think it is only fair to wonder if your testimony on my client's parenting abilities could be tainted due to your failed relationship. That's all. Well, it isn't, and I don't appreciate the accusation that I would do anything like that. That's enough, Miss Blank. In regards to baby, I assume that you have ensured she has attended her follow-up appointments since being placed in your care. Yes, Your Honor. I submitted the doctor's notes to the caseworker, but I am happy to say that the doctors have cleared baby and there are no lasting consequences from the incident. She is healthy and happy and doing very well. Thank you very much. I believe that is all we need from you today. You are free to log out of the Zoom call, and you will be contacted if there is anything else needed from you. Hi, Lanie. Court just wrapped up, and you will be receiving a copy of the order soon. But if you have a minute, I can give you a rundown of what the judge determined. Of course. Great. So for the time being, you will remain the caregiver of baby. Abel has agreed to follow a safety plan to regain custody of her, but it will take some time before it gets to that point. For this safety plan, he will have to complete parenting classes, begin outpatient rehabilitation for his addiction to alcohol and drinking issues, and remain sober for a set amount of time. He will be ordered to submit to random doctor, bougie, and alcohol testing and prove to the courts that if baby is given back to his custody, that he will have proper childcare for baby while he is unable to care for her. Okay, so what does that mean for the time being? Is he able to see baby or anything? Am I supposed to be facilitating visits? He is allowed to all long visits per week due to baby's age. These visits are ordered to be supervised. The judge would prefer to keep these visits out of a visitation facility. But if you are uncomfortable with supervising these visits, I can request that they are at the center. I'm willing to give it a try and see how it goes. Baby does not do good being with strangers, and the visits wouldn't go well if she was left alone with just a stranger and Abel. That's very kind of you to agree to. You are able to set when the visits take place and where, and if there is any problems during the visit, you have the ability to end it at any point. But if you are the supervisor, you will be required to submit a report detailing how each visit goes to me, so that way we are able to present the courts with Abel's actions. That's fine, I can do that. Do I have to talk to him over the phone or anything? Only to set visits, and if there is an emergency regarding baby that he needs to be informed about immediately. Otherwise, you have no obligation to communicate with him. Good. I don't mind speaking to him when I need to, but the less communication, the better. If you have any questions or concerns about your obligation as baby's legal guardian, please do not hesitate to reach out at any point. I'm off work tonight. I want to swing by and see baby. Send me your address. I'm not comfortable with you coming to my place for visits. I can meet you with baby at the playground or something instead if you'd like. Nah, how about you come home instead? Baby would be able to play with her toys and see her old room. That's probably the best idea. Visits need to take place in a public place. If you don't want to meet at the playground, you can give me ideas for another similar location. Why are you worried about being alone with me? You know there's nothing to be afraid of. You're my wife, for God's sake. I just want us to go back to normal so all of this goes away. You can see how bad I need you, can't you? We work together. And we were a good family. It's the best thing for baby. We are only going to be speaking about visitation with baby. Outside of that, we have nothing to discuss. We have a lot to discuss. I can't handle all of this and then also you trying to force me into a divorce. Can't we just call that off until I get things straightened out with baby? No, we can't. I can meet you with baby at the playground at this time. Otherwise, you will have to pick another day for your visit. Baby, come on. What is it going to take for you to see I mean it this time when I say I'm sorry and that things are really going to change this time? I mean, come on. I'm court ordered to be sober and everything. Isn't that enough? Are you able to meet at the playground at this time? No, I'm not. I want you to come home and bring baby to see me. All right, let me know when you are able to plan another time to meet at the playground or something. Have a good night.